and about accusations of rape and molestation by 2 Swedish women. He's walking off again, apparently. Why will you not respond to that question? All right, Daniel, are you still there?
Yes, sure.
I guess you can't answer for him. Oh, that was the video from before. You still... I'm sorry, that threw me, Julian.
I haven't walked off.
What was your... Why did you walk off?
Well, I didn't walk off, Larry, just then, but perhaps I should. We released 400,000 classified documents, the most extraordinary history of a war to have ever been released in our civilization. Those documents cover 109,000 deaths. That is a serious matter, and it is extraordinarily disrespectful to those people to start conflating the first revelation of that material with any sort of tabloid journalism. And CNN should know better, and I believe does know better than to do that. As far as this organization...
But I think she was asking about the deliverer of the information, a question about the deliverer of the information. You don't think that's fair to ask about the person who then repeats the information? Or as we said, the Pentagon spokesman were doing just what his bosses told them to do. How do we know that? We don't know that. We assume that. So we're asking a question just about you to further confirm your reliability. What was wrong with that?
Well, I mean, it should be obvious that these things are not in balance and they are not proportionate. It is not right to bring in sensational and, in fact, false claims, a relatively trivial matter compared to the deaths of 109,000 people. And it is, I mean, the CNN should be ashamed of doing that. And you, Larry...
Well, okay. I'm not ashamed only because
should be ashamed
all you had to do, Julian, was say they were false. And when you say they were trivial, rape is not trivial. But to say they were false, that's your answer. They're false. That's fine. That's all we wanted to hear. You're denying what they said. Daniel, some similar things happened to you, didn't it?
Well, the so-called plumbers, of course, were looking for information on me with which to blackmail me into silence. And I'm sure that that kind of operation is going on now to try to, quote, neutralize, to use the Pentagon or the White House word, for the bearing of these messages. You know, Deputy Prime Minister here in England, where I'm speaking to you from with Assange, I think did England credit the other day by saying, however we bemoan how these messages came to us, and by the way, I don't bemoan that. I think that whoever was the source of these did a patriotic move for which I thank him and admire him. But in any case, Nick Clegg said, they demand investigation.